Imagine getting a paycheck every single week without clocking into a job. In this video, I'll show you 12 dividend stocks that when combined can pay you weekly, creating what's called a weekly paycheck portfolio. So let's dive in. A weekly paycheck portfolio isn't about finding stocks that literally pay every week, because those are rare. Instead, it's about strategically picking dividend paying stocks with different payout schedules. By carefully choosing 12 companies, you can cover nearly every week of the year with dividend income. The benefit is simple: consistent cash flow. Instead of waiting for quarterly or monthly dividends, you're spreading payments out weekly, almost like creating your own paycheck system. This is perfect for people who want to match their dividend income with weekly expenses like groceries, bills, or even a little fun money. Here's an example of 12 dividend paying stocks that can help create weekly income. Remember, this is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. So let's dig into it. The first stock on our list is Realty Income Corp, which currently has a stock price of $59.29 with a dividend yield of 5.44%. Realty Income has been paying dividends since 1994 and has continually increased their dividends since then. From the chart, we can see that Realty Income Corp pays a dividend every single month of the year, and they tend to pay out that dividend around the middle of the month. Their most recent payment was on the 15th of August, which they paid 26.9 cents for. Their next payment date is for the 15th of September, which again they will be paying 26.9 cents. The second stock we have on the list is Stag Industrial, which is an industrial REIT. It's also a monthly dividend payer, which currently has a stock price of $36.96. The dividend yield on this stock is 4.03%. In the chart below, we can see Stag's annualized dividend payouts. We can see how they have continuously increased their dividend payouts over the years since 2011. We can see that Stag last paid out its dividend on the 15th of August at 12.42 cents. The next payment date will be on the 15th of September, also for 12.42 cents. The third stock on our list is a quarterly payer in the energy sector known as Pembina Pipeline Corp. It currently has a stock price of $52.57 and a dividend yield of 5.4%. Pembina's annualized dividend payout can be seen in the graph below. We can see how Pembina has increased its dividend payout since 2010 consistently. We can also see that estimates also point towards the same thing of increasing dividend payouts. Pembina Pipeline's last payment was made on the 30th of June 2025, where they paid a cash dividend of 71 cents. Their next payment will be on the 29th of September, where once again they will be paying 71 cents. The fourth stock on the list is Gladstone Investment Corporation, which currently has a stock price of $14.21 and currently has a dividend yield of 6.76%. Below we can see Gladstone Investment Corporation's annualized dividend payouts and the fluctuations they have seen over the years. We can see that Gladstone Investment Corporation has been paying out dividends since 2005. Gladstone Investment Corporation recently paid a dividend on the 15th of August at 12.42 cents. Their next dividend payout will be on the 15th of September at 12.42 cents once again. At number 5, we have EPR Properties, which is a monthly dividend payer through entertainment properties. It currently has a stock price of $53.26 with a dividend yield of 6.65%. From the chart, we can see the annualized dividend payouts for EPR Properties. We can see the dividend fluctuations that happened from 1998 all the way to 2025. We can see there's a brief period during the coronavirus where dividend payments were not made. EPR Properties recently paid its cash dividend of 29.5 cents on the 15th of August. Their next payment date will be on the 15th of September, where they are once again expected to pay 29.5 cents. At number 6, we have AG&C Investment Corp, which currently has a share price of $10.37 with a dividend yield of 13.89%. AG&C Investment Corp generates cash flow from mortgage repayments, which it then uses to pay a monthly dividend. The below chart shows the annualized dividend payouts made by AG&C. It shows the dividend fluctuations AG&C has seen throughout the years. We can see that AG&C has progressively actually decreased its dividends, which could be a result of the share price declining over the years. AG&C recently paid its cash dividend of 12 cents on the 11th of August. AG&C will next pay its cash dividend of 12 cents once again on the 10th of September. At number 7, we have Prospect Capital Corporation, which currently has a share price of $2.89. The current dividend yield on the stock is 18.69%. Below, we can see the dividend payouts by Prospect Capital. We can see that the dividends have actually declined over the years. This could be a result of the share price also declining throughout the years. Prospect Capital paid its last cash dividend of 4.5 cents on the 20th of August. It is next set to pay another cash dividend of 4.5 cents on the 18th of September. On number 8 on our list, we have Main Street Capital Corp, which currently has a stock price of $66.52 with a dividend yield of 4.6%. The below chart shows the dividends paid out by Main Street Capital Corp throughout the years. We can see that progressively they have been increasing their dividends throughout the years. Main Street recently paid a cash dividend of 25.5 cents on the 15th of August. Its next dividend payout will be on the 15th of September, which once again it will be paying 25.5 cents. At number 9 on our list, we have Target, which currently has a stock price of $93.17 with a dividend yield of 4.89%. Below, we can see Target's dividend payouts throughout the years. We can see that Target has consistently increased its dividend. In fact, in 2025, this will be Target's 54th consecutive year where Target raises its dividend. The third quarter dividend payment of 2025 will be Target's 232nd dividend payment. Target paid a cash dividend of $1.12 back on the 1st of June 2025, and it recently increased its dividend to $1.14 and has paid it out on the 1st of September. On number 10 on our list, we have Coca-Cola, which currently has a share price of $67.86 and a dividend yield of 3.01%. In the chart below, we can see the annualized dividend income for Coca-Cola stock throughout the years. We can see how the dividends have steadily and progressively increased throughout the span of the last 50 years. Coca-Cola last paid its cash dividend of 51 cents back on the 1st of July 2025. Its next dividend payment date is on the 1st of October, where it will once again pay 51 cents. On number 11 on our list, we have Johnson & Johnson, which currently has a stock price of $176.96. It currently has a dividend yield of 2.94%. In the below chart, we can see the annualized dividend payouts made by Johnson & Johnson throughout the years. We can see Johnson & Johnson has steadily and progressively increased its dividends throughout the last 50 years. Johnson & Johnson paid a cash dividend of $1.29 back on the 10th of June 2025, which it then increased to $1.30, which it paid on the 9th of September 2025. And finally on our list, we have McDonald's. McDonald's currently has a stock price of $312.52 with a dividend yield of 2.27%. Below, we can see the annualized dividend payouts made by McDonald's throughout the years. We can see that the dividend payments have fluctuated throughout the last 50 years. However, since the 2000s, McDonald's has progressively increased its dividend at a nice and healthy rate. McDonald's paid a cash dividend of $1.77 on the 16th of June. Its next payment will be on the 16th of September, where it will once again pay $1.77. If only 10 shares were bought for each stock on that list of 12, this is what the dividend payouts would look like throughout the months. You can see some months will have higher payout ratios compared to other months. That will just be because some of the dividends are quarterly, so you will get them to hit every quarter. But overall, this list tries to achieve cash flow every week through dividend payouts. Just for the month of September, we can see where our dividend hits each week. So we can see that every week for the month of September, we are getting a dividend to hit. Here's a few things to keep in mind though. Dividends aren't actually guaranteed. Companies can change payout schedules or cut dividends in tough times. Taxes also apply depending on your country, and don't forget yield isn't everything. Always look at a company's stability, payout ratios, and long term growth. And that's how you can create a portfolio of 12 dividend stocks to pay you every week. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more dividend stock investing content, and let me know in the comments which dividend stock is your favorite.